There are different ways that you can set up your indoor space. Here we have used black tape to mark out some 2-meter grids, but you can do this with hoops or cones. Along the outside of the hall we have added some 2-meter markers for pupils to stand or sit. All equipment has been numbered so that each pupil knows which piece of equipment belongs to them and there's no confusion. On entering the gym, pupils will maintain their 2-meter distancing. They can walk around the outside channel to the grid space that's allocated to them. If you want to get pupils moving a little more quickly when they enter the gym, then you can add a sequence of movements that they can do till you're ready to start the lesson. There are many different ways that you can organise pupils to go and collect equipment. It could be from the register. Each child can collect the equipment, leaving a 2-meter gap for the others to collect theirs too. In this part of the clip, notice how the 2 boys leave space for each other to collect their equipment and then return to their grid. Here it is again from a slightly different angle. Notice the children leaving space for each other so that they can turn to the grid with their equipment. If you would like to use more than one grid space at a time, here's an example of how to change your space. Notice how the pupil is working across 3 grids while her partner is sitting on one of the outside markers. Once they have completed the task, they can then swap over. The pupil at the side can provide feedback for the partner or perform a different task before entering the grid space. Here is an example of multiple pupils working at the same time. At some point, pupils may lose control of their equipment. Where possible, a fellow pupil can return that simply by using their feet. No hands, simply by using their feet. Please note this must be done very gently. Where this is not possible, the teacher may intervene and return the equipment to the pupil by using their feet.
Kenzie, if you lose control of your ball, what can you not do?
I couldn't just go into someone else's square and get the ball. And what I could do is I could just ask them if they can give me my ball back.
That's a great answer. Demi, if it runs into your zone, how might you give Kenzie his ball back?
I would either move out of the way or I could give him my ball back.
Thank you very much.
If the equipment is touched by the hands of another pupil, that pupil must go away and wash their hands before returning to the class to participate. The equipment can then be put at the side in a quarantine zone where it can be cleaned later. Returning equipment can be as easy as collecting equipment. Just reverse the process. Again, watch how the pupils leave space for each other when they are returning their equipment. In this part of the clip, notice how the two boys use the same technique to return their equipment by leaving space for each other. There may be many ways in which you ask your children to leave the gym. What we have done here is we have just reversed the order in which they entered. So the last person to enter the gym is the first person to leave the gym, each time making sure that they keep a 2-meter distance. On returning to class, make sure all pupils wash their hands for 20 seconds with soap and water. All equipment must be cleaned after use. Where this is not possible, that piece of equipment is out of action for 72 hours. Please follow your own school guidance on using equipment and cleaning equipment. Many of our PE lessons will be taking place outside. If you're lucky enough to have a mugga with lines already painted on it, there are many creative ways that you can organise your pupils so that they can still maintain a 2-meter distance. For outside areas that don't have lines, simple cones or chalk markings are a great alternative.